How y'all doing? I'm back again, fishing my local lake that I've been hitting for the past few weeks. And we're going to try to get some bass out of these submerged weeds along the shoreline. It rained a little bit, so they're a little bit deeper than the last time I was here, but I still feel like we can probably get some bass just throwing out and working parallel to the shore. See some timber down there. Got my whopper plopper stuck. I'm always worried I'm going to get too close to the shore and spook these fish. This is a pretty high pressure lake. One of the reasons I came today was because I knew there wasn't going to be anybody out here with the weather like this. And there's nobody here, which is a rare thing, especially for this area. I saw some frogs jumping, so I might switch up to a Reupped frog. If I can get anything. We'll see what happens. Nice cloudy day today. Temperatures have been pretty low, but they're going to go back up to 90 by the end of the week. Oh, had a fish there, didn't take it. Saw that, I think I cast it right on his head. The bass will be hanging out in them rocks down there, waiting to ambush. That's what they do. Ambush prey. They'll hide. Won't even see him. Oh, got fish on. Fish on. We got a little bass. It's a dink. Hope I got a good hook set on him. He seems to be. He don't want to come up. There we go. Alright, nothing fancy there. A little dink. Probably a little less than a pound. Oh boy, you're spinning, aren't you? Nothing to write home about, but it just goes to show you, working the weed lines get you bass. I don't really know how I hurt him. I'm gonna get my holder so I don't get poked. But this is a pretty good tactic for this area right here. You just work the weed lines. Unfortunately, it doesn't give me the biggest fish in the world. Now I know there's some big ones in here, but the little dinks, they seem to like this weed line. It's like the worst place in the world to get hooked right there, because I know you're gonna try to stick me. I got him good. I just cannot get that sucker out. Come on now. I don't know how I gut hooked him. I didn't really. He must have got scraped up on the rocks coming in, I guess. We'll put you back, little boy. Sorry about that. Guess you got caught up on something hard. There you go. Be gone. So, fish one. That was a little harder than should have took. Sometimes those little fish, they're hard to get in there and get that hook out. When you get a big largemouth, you can get your hand in there. You know, it's a little easier to work with. That was actually harder than getting a gut hook out through a gill. I don't usually have that much trouble. Oop. So we'll just try over there again. I had a feeling there was more of them. Like I said, there's a little dink land here. Work the shoreline. And when we run out of fish here, then we can start working deeper. But for now, I'm just going to work the shore with the whopper pop. You never really know where these things are going to be at. Especially on a day like today. Once in a while I'll go out, you know, go deep, see what's out there just to see. There's a little drop off where that Reupped is. Just past the weed line. Sometimes I'll be hanging out there. I'm gonna move down a little bit. Try this last stretch down here, past the log I first casted in. And if that doesn't work, we'll move on to what I like to call the swamp, which is a big mud flat with lots of grass. There's only a little bit here. And that's where I might try my frog. I can see the edge of the weed line. It's a little deeper today. So we'll cast out a little bit further. See if I can drag something up from there. You can see I'm doing like a fan cast where I'm trying to go out a little bit more each time. I hate when that happens. Sometimes your whopper plopper, the hook will get caught on the line, and then you get this sort of walking the dog action. We'll just bring it home. Ooh, fish on. He's a little bit deeper out there, wasn't he? There we go. A little bit better than the last one, I think. Yeah, a little bit better. That's definitely at least a pound. That's a pretty fish. I might actually weigh him just because I'm curious. He feels about a pound. Hope I have an easier time with him. Whoa, easier time with him than I did with the last one. He got corner hooked. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Get my pliers. That's a good hook. Almost like a circle hook there. Let's weigh you up, buddy. I know you ain't too big, but I just like to see what we're dealing with today. See if I can get this thing turned on. I hope the batteries ain't dead. Come on, 0 in. Alright. £1, 10. I know that ain't right. I'm gonna have to subtract for the scale. No, so that's about £1. And hopefully we can do a little better than that today. But like I said, out of habit, I like to work the shoreline just to see what's here, because sometimes you get a big one. I ain't saying you're a bad fish. You're a good fish. I think we can do better. There you go, buddy. And he's gone. That's why I keep working a spot. I got a buddy who fishes here, and he just hits the shoreline hard, fast, and I guarantee he would have missed that one because he was moving too fast. Sometimes it pays to really work where you're at before you move on, because you could miss fish. Now, he was a small one, but he could have been a bigger one, and he might have been out there and just got walked right on by. So we got one last little stretch down here I like to try before we move on to the swamp. And he was a little bigger than the first one, and he was out deeper. So I really need to break my habit of where I was fishing before and fish a little deeper than I was, because he was just chilling down there. Probably hanging out in these rocks down here. So we're gonna fish parallel, nice and easy. You see them dark spots in the water, those are deeper spots. And a lot of times the bass will be hanging out in those rocks, just sitting there, waiting for something to happen. I know that there's a lot of people out there that have a lot of experience fishing, and I'm probably not teaching anything you don't already know. I say these things mostly, for the inexperienced that may come across my channel and want to learn some stuff. I know the world's full of better bass fishermen than me, and like I said, I don't claim to be a pro. I think my next video that I'm going to be doing, I got a Deeper Pro Plus, and I've been meaning to do a video on it. A lot of people ask me when they find out when I have one of these things, is it worth it? And that's not a simple question, believe it or not. It's not as easy as, yeah, you should definitely go get it. There's a lot of factors involved that would make it worth it and wouldn't. And you just gotta decide for yourself after you get all the pros and cons of the device. I will say that I enjoy it, and on days when I have a lot of trouble, I can call on that to find fish that I normally couldn't find. I think I cast it right next to a bass and I spooked him. I think I did that. Sometimes you'll see like a good spot and you'll just instinctively cast right to that spot, and sometimes you don't want to do that because you bop them on the head. You want to go past them, not on top of them. And you drop this whopper plopper on their head, they're gone. And the whopper plopper's spinning there. What's going on? I got a piece of stuff on there. Yeah, let's just work this last corner. We'll go to the swamp. Now, last time I was here, they were deep in that grass. You had to cast to the grass. That's the only way they were coming out of that. And today it seems like they're a little bit deeper, a little bit more on the edge or just off the edge. Let's see what's going on. Hit that last. You see like a little point going out where the grass ends. We're just going to rake across that, see what we get. Could be right on that grass line. This is the kind of day you want to throw a top water when it's overcast. This is also a good day for darker colored lures and whatnot. I like to use blue-black worms on days like today. Although, to be honest, I get pretty good hits even when it's sunny on blue-black Senkos. They're my go-to around here. A lot of people say, green pumpkin work good on sunnier days or clear water, but honestly, I have better luck on blue. I don't know why. It might be like a local weird thing that the fish around here just prefer blue Senkos. I mean, I do get bites on green pumpkin, but most of my catches have been on blue, and that seems to be the same thing goes with jigs here. I've jigged here, and my blue-black performs in just about any condition. Maybe the water clarity has something to do with it. I don't know. That's what they like. That's what I give them. Alrighty, so we're going to move on. I feel like I've worked this area pretty good. I might work it on the way back out of here. You give a little time to a spot to let it cool off. Sometimes the fish will move back in because I think all this action just makes them shoot out a little further. Puts them in paranoia mode. So I'm going to shut down and we'll head over to the swamp and we'll be back. Just burn this in real quick. Howdy y'all. I have to apologize, that was the end of my video segment on fishing, and it was mainly due to my chest harness breaking. I don't know if y'all can see that, but it snapped right there at the pivot point from my skeleton case. In the middle of a cast, my camera flew off and my camera ended up in the lake, which killed my camera. I was able to salvage the video that you just previously watched. However, I was not able to use this camera to continue filming. I caught one more dink, and then I caught almost a 3-pounder in the swamp on a ribbit buzzing toad, and that was pretty much the end of the video. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to capture that because this camera is dead now. I have a backup camera that I'm using to film this, but it only has about a 20-minute battery life, and I don't generally use it, so I think I'm gonna have to pick up another camera. My next video is going to be on the Deeper Smart Sonar Deeper Pro Plus, which is the GPS model with Wi-Fi. I'm going to do an in-depth review. I haven't seen too many online. I've seen people review it, but they haven't really gotten into it too much. And the reviews either seem to be company sponsored, a pro who got it for free, or some average Joe who really doesn't go into detail. So I'm going to give an unbiased opinion on this. I paid for this out of my own wallet, and I'll give you the real deal scoop on whether this thing's worth it or not. So that'll be my next video. And I will say, I don't think I'm going to keep trying these slams. My last slam attempt ended badly. The Yozuri jerkbait got hooked on a bluegill, and then it dove into a beaver lodge, and I lost it somewhere deep in that beaver lodge, which pretty much ended my slam. My fishing tactics have really gotten sort of dangerous simply because the area that I'm in has a lot of pressure. There's a lot of fishermen here. They hit these lakes daily, and it's getting really tough for me to even wrap around possibly completing a slam in this area. It's just too hard to catch anything, much less do a slam here. So I think for now, maybe when it gets colder in the winter time, when there's all the daytime bucket heads kind of give up, maybe that'll be a good time for me to try it again. But as it stands right now, I just don't think I can do it. I think that's just being realistic on my part, considering the area that I'm in. But anyway, that's that. And my next video will be about the Deeper Pro Plus. So stay tuned for that. I think it'll answer a lot of questions, if you have any, on whether or not this thing is actually worth the money. So till next time.